So you've got one of these brand new Macs with a crazy powerful M-series chip. You know it's an absolute beast for video editing, for coding, for all your creative work. But what about gaming? For like forever, that's been the Mac's big weakness. Well, I'm here to tell you, not anymore. We're going to show you how to unlock the massive gaming potential that's been hiding inside your machine this whole time. It's a feeling every Mac user knows, right? You've got all this incredible horsepower, this beautiful screen, but when you look at the game library, it just feels kind of empty. But here's the good news. This isn't a hardware problem anymore. It's a software problem, and today we're going to build the bridge to fix it. Now, to really get why the solution we're talking about works so incredibly well, we need to take a quick peek into the past. The whole Mac gaming problem has a long history, but the story has taken a really dramatic and honestly exciting turn in just the last couple of years. This slide nails the before and after picture. On the left, that was the old way with Intel Macs. You had to use Boot Camp, which meant installing a whole separate version of Windows. It kind of worked, but it was clunky, performance was all over the place. But now, look at the right. With Apple Silicon, the entire game has changed. We're using these super smart compatibility layers that unlock the raw power of these M-series chips, giving us performance that we honestly never thought was possible. So how do we actually build this bridge to that gigantic library of Windows games? Well, the key, the absolute game changer, is this brilliant piece of software called Crossover. This is the tool that's going to translate the world of Windows gaming and make it feel totally at home on your Mac. At its heart, Crossover is powered by an open-source project called Wine. And no, not the kind you drink. Now, this is the most important part to understand. Wine is a translator, not an emulator. An emulator pretends to be a whole other computer, and that's slow and inefficient. A translator, on the other hand, just converts the Windows commands into macOS commands in real time. It's way, way faster. Okay, so Crossover is paid software, but it's actually pretty affordable. And here's the best part. You can start with a totally free 14-day trial. You can test out all your favorite games and see if it works for you. If you end up loving it, a whole year is just $34. And yeah, if you're a true believer, there's a lifetime option too. All right, enough of the theory. Let's get our hands dirty and actually set this thing up. You're going to be really surprised at how easy this is. Let's just walk through it together. Look, it really just boils down to these 3 simple steps. First, we download and install Crossover itself. That's easy. Second, we create what's called a bottle. Don't worry, I'll explain. And third, we install our game launcher, like Steam, right into that bottle. That's it. So what in the world is a bottle? It's the core idea behind Crossover. Just think of it like a little mini Windows environment that's built specifically for one game or one app. Each bottle holds everything that program needs to run, which keeps everything perfectly organized and separate from all your other stuff. And this is where the magic really happens. When you tell Crossover, hey, I want to install Steam, it already knows all the other little Windows things it needs, stuff like DirectX or Visual C++. It just goes out, finds them, and installs them for you. It takes all the complicated guesswork out of the process. Okay, so you've got the basics down. Now, let's level up with a couple of pro tips that are going to take your experience from good to absolutely great. We're going to tackle 2 of the most common problems, storage space and checking your performance. Oh yeah, this is a big one. We all know that the storage inside a Mac is super fast, but man, it is expensive and you never seem to have enough. And with modern games being over 100 gigabytes sometimes, you're going to fill that up in no time. So what do? The answer is to install and run your games from an external SSD. And here's how you make it work. Inside Crossover, you'll find a setting called Wine Configuration. You just open that up, go to the Drives tab, click Add, and then point it to your external drive. As soon as you do that, Steam will see it as a new hard drive, and you can install all your games there. It's that easy. Next up, performance. I mean, how do you know if you're actually getting a good frame rate? You've seen those PC gaming videos, right? With all the stats in the corner showing the FPS? Well, guess what? You can get that exact same overlay on your Mac. And all it takes is this one single command. Now, don't get scared by the Terminal app. You literally just open it, copy and paste this exact line, hit Enter, and you're done. The next time you launch a game, boom, you'll have this awesome performance HUD right at the top of your screen. And hey, if you ever get tired of it and want to turn it off, it's just as easy. You use the exact same command, but you just swap that one at the end for a 0. It's a fantastic tool for getting your game settings just right. Okay, this brings us to the million-dollar question. Crossover is an amazing tool, but it's not perfect. It's not magic. So how do you know if the games that you actually want to play are going to work before you spend your time and money on them? This is it, right? The biggest question. And the honest answer is, it depends. But the good news is there are some fantastic ways to find out for sure. Your first stop should always be the official compatibility database from CodeWeavers, the people who make Crossover. But my favorite trick, the one I always use, is to go to YouTube. Just search for the name of your game plus your specific Mac model, something like M3 Max Cyberpunk, and you can watch someone else play it and see exactly how it's going to run. And this chart gives you a pretty realistic idea of what to expect. A huge chunk of games run great, no problem. Another big chunk will run, but maybe with a few known issues you have to work around. And then there's a small slice, usually games with really aggressive anti-cheat software, that just won't run at all. This is why the big takeaway is always do your research first. And don't forget, this whole process isn't just for Steam. Everything we just walked through works for most of the other big PC launchers. So if your games are on Battle.net or the EA app or the Epic Games Store, you can get those running too. And here's a cool little bonus for all you retro gamers out there. There's a feature called Run Command that lets you just browse for an old-school Windows.exe file and run it directly. It is perfect for those classic games that don't even use a launcher. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's simple. With just one piece of software and maybe half an hour of your time, that wall between your powerful Mac and the gigantic world of PC gaming, it just comes tumbling down. No, it's not a perfect solution for every single game out there, but your Mac is now a way more powerful and versatile gaming machine than you ever thought possible. Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As this technology gets better and better and that performance gap gets smaller and smaller, is that age-old debate between Mac and PC for gaming finally becoming, well, a thing of the past? It's definitely something to think about.